reports there is still tension between Tom Brady and Bill Belichick despite their meeting earlier this offseason. Robert Kraft said this week the three of them sat down and talked in hopes of clearing the air. We're joined now by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob. Good morning.
What's happening?
Good
Good morning.
Rob.
Good morning.
How will this play out, Rob?
I think everybody expects it to just work itself out. They've been there. They've done this for years to come, years gone by. I have a different take, and I don't know anything different. I just think that there's a real chance come June or something or a few months from now that Bill Belichick can just say, dude, I'm done here. Mm-hmm. I've lost the battle with the owner. Mm-hmm. He picked the 41-year-old guy, going to be 41 in what, August or whatever? Mm-hmm. Picked the 41-year-old quarterback. They took away my future when they made me give away Garoppolo, so my future's gone, right? And now I'm here, and now all the other stuff that's going on with it, you know, the players, and then what happened in the Super Bowl with Butler, right? People questioning what he did. There's all this stuff piling up, and then don't forget, McDaniels has a job offer to be a head coach. Somehow, some way, the owner went in and stopped that job, right? Gave him...
Well, he needed clarity. He didn't know what the clarity was in the week.
What clarity? Here's the clarity, Shannon. Here, you're the head coach of the Colts. Here, you're offensive coordinator.
Or you're the head coach in waiting.
Exactly. So you add all that up, and even the Rob Gronkowski stuff, say to yourself, dude, Pat Riley used to always say, either you're in or you're out. All of this, I don't know, I might want to do this, I might retire. After a while, you get tired of that, and you just move on from a guy. So you add all that stuff up, I think that there's a good chance that he could just say, hey, you know what? I'm done. They can win without me and move forward. Let them win with Tom Brady. Let's see what Tom Brady can do without me here running everything else.
I agree. I agree with everything you just said. I don't know if Coach Belichick will leave in June. But my grandfather used to say, boy, there are two things you can never take back. Words spoken and deeds done. Tom Brady will never forget the deed, what Coach Belichick tried to do. He tried to jettison him. He tried to move on without the guy that had helped him win 5 Super Bowls. Coach Belichick is not going to forget the words that Mr. Kraft told him. You will. Almost as if he's a child. You know how your mom be like, you will clean your room. Well, my room, it would, you know, my room was my grandma's room, my grandpa, my brother. But anyway, you get the idea. Right. You will. Coach Belichick is not going to forget that. Tom Brady is not going to forget what Coach Belichick tried to do to him. Mr. Kraft can try to make it, you know, it's a high-class problem, and, you know, we've had such great success. This is a good problem to have. A lot of other teams. He can try to dress it up any kind of way he wants to. But there's a serious problem. And at the crux of all of this, Skip, when we finish this book and this book comes out on the Patriots dynasty, I just need to know who's going to get the credit. And that's what Tom Brady wants to know, and that's what Bill Belichick wants to know. And that question is still left unanswered.
Because it's not enough. It's not enough to share.
No.
Somebody's got to be right. They're not going to share. It's going to be like, I was the coach. I ran everything. And you quarterbacked under my system, and I had success a couple times. When you weren't here, we still kept winning.
Yeah. The original Apple, Skip, was Steve Jobs and Wozniak. How often do you hear the other guy? Everybody talks about Steve Jobs. So he gets the credit. Coach Belichick, Tom Brady, if you just give me, I don't care, if it's 51-49, I just need to know I was most responsible. And Coach Belichick was wanted to go. And you watch, they promised Josh McDaniels, they say, well, we can't do that. And in the bylaws, you can't have a coach in waiting. Skip, there's no way this man would do this. After what he had done, after how he ended in Denver,
I agree.
There's no way he does that without the promise of that he's going to
Because he won't get another chance, right? The Denver thing, and then he left the Colts at the altar.
Yes.
There's no way another GM is going to go, oh, let me bring this guy for a press conference and give him a gig, and he might walk out on me.
Yep.
So, to Rob's initial point, I believe that Bill Belichick has threatened to leave already. And I think that's what precipitated these quotes to spill out of the mouth of one Robert Kraft, who's usually very premeditated in what he says. And this was just crazy talk to me. This came across like an owner who is flailing, even choking, trying to hold this thing together for one more year because he was trying to placate the coach whose wrists he slapped and said, no, you will trade your guy, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Correct.
Your diamond in the rough that you picked in the second round and groomed, and he's right on schedule, and you want to go forward with him next year and put Tom Brady out to pasture or let him go finish somewhere else. Nope, we're not doing that because I believe my guy, Tommy Brady, that he will play until he's 45 years old, so we're going forward with Tommy Brady. And, again, there have been reports that Kraft, Belichick, and Brady have already had a face-to-face, a clearing of the air that didn't go all that well, no surprise to us. And this came across as an owner who's trying to publicly concede to the coach, well, you know, maybe you were right, maybe we should have, but we didn't. Maybe you were right. Because to go so far, he even went into, hey, remember in 2008 what happened on opening day? Tom was in great shape, and he got his ACL torn. Why would you speak that into existence again?
Put it back out there,
why would
right.
you dare the devil again? Why would you bring that out? I'm a big believer. When the words tumble off your tongue and they go out there, then they start to take on a life of their own.
My grandmother used to say, boy, there's power in the tongue.
Ooh,
you can speak things into existence.
Yeah.
You know, LeVar Ball says, hey, I'm speaking
in a good way, but you can do it in a bad way, too.
Absolutely.
Why would you even acknowledge that happened and that, well, wasn't it great we had Matt Castle? Well, if you're going to go draft a young quarterback, he's not going to be ready to be a Matt Castle. And the last time I checked, Brian Hoyer is their backup. He's decent. He could step in and win a couple, 3 games if you had to.
But if you're Belichick and Garoppolo just got that big deal with he's saying,
hey, look. Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the next guy.
Yes.
I was right. We drafted him. We groomed him. He was ready to be that guy, and he was going to carry me for the next 5-7 years, right, with that guy with a chance to win again, not a 41-year-old quarterback. And I get it. Brady got him to the Super Bowl. He had a good year, all that other stuff.
You got to amend that. He had a great year. You couldn't say it. You couldn't. Great.
Yeah, it's like vinegar in your mouth. Yeah.
It's real tough. Yeah. But you got my point. And Belichick's looking and going.
Yeah, that was the whole point, is that we shouldn't have to go in the draft and look for a quarterback.
We had one.
We had the quarterback that was going to be the bridge. And Mr. Kraft, it was you that said you used to sit in the stands watching Patriots game when they didn't go to the playoffs. Well, the quickest way to make sure your team falls to mediocrity or below is to not have a quarterback.
Yep.
And Coach Belichick, being a lifer, knows what it's like. Miami is still searching.
Yeah.
Dan Marino retired in 2000. They're still looking for a quarterback. And here it is, 2018.
Yep.
They're still looking for one.
A bunch of teams. Like that.
And so many other great quarterbacks finished their careers elsewhere. This is not new. Like Tom Brady, there's no shame. No. Joe Montana didn't finish. He won 4 Super Bowls. Did he not get jettisoned out for the younger guy?
And the thing is, he gets the credit because we were able to see.
Yep.
Coach Walsh retired. Joe Montana goes too and wins another Super Bowl. So you get to say now, Joe was really the reason why they won. We don't know. And it's not good enough, Skip. I told you, the greater the person, the larger the ego and the more pride that they have.
Yeah.
These are 2 very, very prideful men that's accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
But if I get a little bit more of the credit, I'm cool with it.
Sounds to me like Robert Kraft is choking as he unsuccessfully tries to referee Brady versus Belichick because it's escalating. And now, if I'm Robert Kraft, I'm looking at what just happened in the Super Bowl, and I'm starting to wonder if is Belichick trying to sabotage Brady? Why didn't he play Malcolm Butler 1 snap in the Super Bowl?
What if he trades Gronk?
He gave up 41
What if he trades Gronk? You gonna really hit it.
He could mess around and lose both of them.
But will Kraft allow him? Do you know what I mean? Like, say if he comes to the table and say, I got a deal to trade Gronk, he might go, what's going on? The sabotage part, right? What's going on here? What are you doing?
First or second round pick, Gronk might be gone.
Yeah.
At least the first, I know.
Because at some point, because Tom Brady always says how happy he is to get up in the morning and go to that locker room because it's a fun locker room for him to be in. What if it's not fun anymore?
Well,
you don't think he might ask out?
But Skip, we've heard people say, man, I love my job. But man, my boss, man, I don't know how much longer.
Yeah, well, when you're making millions of dollars and winning consistently, go try doing that somewhere else. It might not work. Belichick, too. You got to appreciate what you have when you have it.
Yeah.
Rob, thanks for joining us. Did LeBron's cakewalk through the East just get a lot easier?
Yep.
Yes, you know it did, Shannon.
No, it did not.